I just really don't like that dude. You know?
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, you know, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to.
Terence Crawford took a sharp jab at Floyd Mayweather after news broke that federal authorities had seized $250 million from Mayweather's mansion. He uses what he's got to shield himself, Crawford said, implying that Floyd hides behind his wealth and fame. The comment hit hard, suggesting that Mayweather's flashy lifestyle is merely a fragile facade.
I just really don't like that dude. You know?
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, you know, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah,
but like his core personality and his way.
Floyd Mayweather stated that he no longer wastes time responding to online haters. Young Floyd used to do that, he said. The undefeated champion explained that he's now focused on business and personal growth, having moved past the need to constantly defend himself on social media.
You know, I found myself in the past, you know, the younger Floyd Mayweather, you know, going back and forth on the internet with different people. But I'm in a better place in my life right now. Mm-hmm. You know, I couldn't ask to be in a better place. So the old Floyd Mayweather, when I used to go back and forth with people on social media, I don't do that anymore because I'm truly, truly blessed, way beyond belief. You know, what's important to me right now is my real estate, my family.
Mayweather has been dealing with significant tax issues with the IRS. He owed over $22 million in unpaid taxes from 2015, prompting the IRS to file a federal tax lien against him. Mayweather petitioned the U.S. tax court for temporary relief, stating that his assets were largely illiquid and requesting more time to pay. However, the IRS denied his request, arguing that he had sufficient assets to cover the debt.
And looks like he's filed a petition with the United States tax court saying that much of his money is tied up and cannot be easily converted into the cash that he needs to pay those taxes. And so for that reason, he's asking for a short-term installment agreement, and that's going to allow him more time to get the cash. Right, and according to the Law 360 report, here's a direct quote. Although the taxpayer has substantial assets, those assets are restricted and primarily illiquid. So the taxpayer has a significant liquidity event scheduled in about 60 days from which he intends.
Floyd Mayweather has publicly claimed ownership of over 100 properties, including a major real estate deal in Manhattan. He announced the acquisition of 62 buildings in New York City, claiming full ownership with no partners. However, reports have suggested that his actual stake may be limited, casting doubt on the true extent of his real estate empire.
I own right now somewhere upwards of 100 buildings or more. And in 99% of my buildings are in New York City.
I also want to say a cool thing I saw that you did. You donated millions of money and buildings to victims of the LA wildfire. And I saw that. That was a cool thing you did.
I feel like if you're in a position to give back, why not? You know, I have a great team.
You're in a position to give back.
Yes. You know, I have a strong team and a great team, and God has truly, truly blessed me to put me in a position, not just to be able to make a lot of money, but also give back. If not just my time, but also financially.
Did you ever get an itch to get back in the ring at all?
No, not at all.
No.
Not
even a little, not even there. You don't see anything go, I
sit on my couch. I can sit on my couch every week and a wire coming every week, millions every week. That's why I'm Floyd Money Mayweather every week.
I know. But you're so good at it.
Great.
Mayweather is well known for showcasing his luxurious mansions and a vast collection of high-end cars, reinforcing his image of immense wealth. His social media often offers glimpses into his extravagant lifestyle, including his expansive garage filled with luxury vehicles.
I'll show you a couple toys. They call this the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, you know, we are on ESPN. These are sports cars. It's a sports network. This car costs $3.2 million. This Bugatti right here costs $1.6 million. You ain't seen these,
I haven't seen these?
No.
What? Floyd, this is 7 cars, man. Silver, platinum, Miami, black LA, white Vegas.
Yeah, in New York, I got my drivers.
And you got your drivers in New York?
Yeah.
Why? Talk to me about why you make the decision to drive different colored cars in respective cities.
Spoiled brat.
Oh, just being a brat?
Just being a brat.
The 7 cars that you showed me
Yes.
are in excess of $15 to $20 million.
Terence Crawford has openly criticized Mayweather, not just questioning his wealth, but also his boxing skills. When asked who would win in a match between the two, Crawford confidently stated that he would come out on top.
So if he was pound for pound, Floyd was pound for pound. You or Floyd, who would have done that? Who would have won that?
Me.
Oh, shit, okay, I'm just asking. Because Floyd was pound for pound before.
That would have been a hard fucking fight, though.
Man, me versus anybody, I'm going to always say me.
Okay.
Come on now.
In response to Crawford's remarks, Mayweather remained composed and expressed goodwill toward Crawford's boxing career, choosing not to engage in negativity. Crawford also alleged that Mayweather used intravenous injections before his fight with Manny Pacquiao, a practice considered illegal in boxing.
You guys can use IVs to rehydrate?
We can't use IVs either.
No? When did they change that?
I ain't never, they changed anything. I think that was legal because you know when Floyd fought Pacquiao, that was a thing. That he was using IVs or something like that. But yeah, you can't use that stuff.
You can use the IV to mask performance-enhancing drugs. That's why they outlawed it.
Yeah.
Comparisons between Mayweather's legacy and Crawford's achievements are increasingly common, with some suggesting that Crawford is accomplishing feats that Mayweather never did during his career.
Floyd versus Triple G. Listen, man, Floyd didn't fight him, and Floyd is an all-time great. But what a missed opportunity. You got Crawford going from 135 and talking about fighting Canelo at 168. It's kind of the same thing, except for Floyd fought a few times at 154. I'm not faulting Floyd for not fighting Triple G. I totally get it. I'm just saying that upper echelon, the reason why I will always have Sugar Ray Leonard over Floyd is the crazy, the insane part of it. What Terence Crawford is talking about doing, he ain't saying, let me meet Canelo at a catchweight. Canelo's undisputed there. Let me go get him.
Triple H has also criticized Mayweather, pointing out his age and involvement in constant drama, implying that he's no longer the fighter he once was. While Mayweather claims to have earned billions in his career, opponents like Logan Paul allege otherwise. Paul claims that Mayweather still owes him millions from their 2021 fight, citing unpaid portions of his purse and pay-per-view earnings. Mayweather dismissed the allegations, attributing the delays to the nature of PPV payouts. Additionally, employees at his Mayweather Boxing Plus Fitness gym have protested over unpaid wages, further casting doubt on his financial integrity.
Mayweather has made over $1 billion throughout his entire career, but now he's being accused of being broke. This accusation comes from Logan Paul, who fought Floyd Mayweather 1 year ago, which was one of the biggest fights in all of history, selling over 1 million pay-per-view buys. But Floyd Mayweather was paid the majority of the money, when it was reported he made $100 million off the fight. For Logan Paul, who handled all the marketing, it's not the same where he hasn't been paid 1 penny. That was because every single dollar made went through Floyd Mayweather's company. Logan Paul said despite them having a contract, he's owed $5 million by Floyd Mayweather that he's just not paying him. Logan Paul, along with his brother Jake Paul, have bashed Floyd Mayweather, accusing him of being broke. Which Floyd Mayweather is undeniably a pretty bad guy, where he went to jail for 2 months for domestic battery. Floyd Mayweather has been accused of domestic abuse by over half a dozen women, including his ex-wife. And was confirmed in court by his son when he was just 10 years old. But Floyd Mayweather took offense to being called broke and said he makes $300 million a month. Which is a complete joke because it would mean he has more cash coming in than Bill Gates. And Logan Paul said if Mayweather doesn't pay soon, he's taking him to court. But who knows, maybe Mayweather's money is just a show.
Floyd Mayweather is widely regarded as one of the most talented boxers of his generation, but outside the ring, his reputation is often more controversial than celebrated. A key criticism is his arrogant persona, which many fans and boxing legends have condemned. Roy Jones Jr., a boxing great himself, has openly disagreed with Mayweather's GOAT status, stating that true greatness comes from humility, respect, and elevating the sport, not just from an undefeated record and wealth.
To a degree, yeah. Is it a 50-0 that I think, oh, he the greatest fighter all the time? Nah. Shabby was 80-0 at one point. 80. He could have retired at 80-0. You go ever top that? No. He just didn't stop, right? You got to 50 and you stopped because of Rocky Marciano.
Right.
So Rocky died. If he wouldn't die, he probably would have kept going too. So and then at the end, you fight a guy that's 0-0 for number 50. How can I respect it?
Yeah.
You feel me? Right. So, I mean, I love Floyd, don't get it wrong, I'm not hating on Floyd, but come on, bro, you fight a guy that's 0-0, Conor McGregor was 0.
Another heavyweight voice joining the criticism is Deontay Wilder. Aspiring to reach Mayweather's financial status, Wilder accused him of not supporting others chasing success. He called Mayweather a jealous hater, unable to handle others rising in fame and fortune. When questioned about the constant scrutiny, Mayweather often deflects by flaunting his wealth. In one viral video, he questions why people care about his finances before flashing luxury watches and cash bundles. Instead of responding with transparency, he doubles down on his persona of extravagance.
You know what's crazy? People are always in my business worried about what I'm doing, what Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got. Just know, I'm gonna stay in my lane, I ain't gonna with nobody, and I don't want nobody fucking with me. If I go on vacation, my fault. When I go on vacation for 30 days, I take 30 watches with me. But you know what? You know what? What's crazy is this. If we add 10 more days, I take 10 more watches. But then I say, if I want to bring out the one and only, then I bring out the watch that costs 18 million. Matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do for you motherfucking haters today? I'm gonna go fuck off $50,000 because I ain't got shit else to do. Money made all motherfucking day.
In multiple interviews, Mayweather has claimed that the criticism he faces stems from jealousy. He believes people simply can't handle seeing a successful black man living life on his own terms. While systemic envy and societal bias may play a role, using that narrative as a blanket excuse can come off as deflection.
Biggest artist, and you wouldn't even know, because my name don't have to be on everything. I have to be the marquee. Yeah, because sometimes if you put your name on certain things, you got people that's gonna be jealous. So sometimes I was like, I don't got to have my name on it to collect the check.
So in the beginning, you know, I feel like people was rooting for me, wanted the best for me. And the more and more as I accomplished more and kept accomplishing things, then you start seeing like different things. Then you start saying, he's a wife beater, or he's not that smart, or you hear so many different things. And I just feel like, okay, you're entitled to believe whatever you want to believe.
Mayweather once revealed that he had $123 million in just one of his many bank accounts, an attempt to demonstrate his financial prowess. However, this statement sharply contrasts with ongoing reports of unpaid taxes, raising questions about his actual money management.
Do you have in your bank account?
Which account? Which bank?
You have more than one account?
Absolutely.
I don't even have one account. Give me the amount of money you have in one of your accounts.
200 million, 300 million.
Dollars?
Yeah, in different accounts.
According to Joe Rogan and other sources, Mayweather owes the IRS around $20 million, a staggering sum that calls his financial responsibility into question. The contradiction between flaunting wealth and neglecting legal obligations paints the picture of someone more focused on appearances than accountability.
He owed that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money that there's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, That can't be right. I've
what's
given
not
you
good?
$25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You can sell